Peace and blessings, family. It's your girl, Sony. Back again with another one. Yeah, I know I woke up happy today. Why? Because my Knicks bought it home. They dizzle. They did the damn dizzle, baby. Oh, we had a ball last night. We had a ball. I know Houston don't like me today because I celebrated it like I was in Brooklyn, baby. I had a ball. And I'm going to be here for the rest of the series. And at the end of the day, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. It was truly beautiful to watch. But I just got on to say, hey, we're still here. We're still walking around. You know, God is amazing. God is good. Sometimes I think back. You know, I wish my parents were here in the physical where they could see where I am at this place. Accepting my ancestors and, you know, walking a new path and just being here to see my daughter and interacting and getting them little hugs of love. And both my parents was characters. They were brilliant people. They were very smart. But I miss them. And I know what it is because my birthday's coming up. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have a birthday. So I always go into remembrance and missing because it's a part of it's a part of life. You know, I've always been blessed to have that close relationship with both of them, and I was blessed that I had two parents that was human. They didn't try to hide their humanity. They allowed me to see their flaws. No one tried to sugarcoat life. It was what it was. And I'm grateful for that because those early lessons in life prepared me for the world. I knew that there was a large gray area. Everything is not black. Everything is not white. Most of us do live in the gray. I learned that you can separate the person from the action because I knew a lot of wonderful people that made some iffy, decisions in their life. But we're not to judge. And I made some iffy decisions in my life as I got older. What, son? That's one iffy decision right there. Yes, I know. He has to get his 5 minutes. He got to get his 5 minutes. He doesn't want to get on camera like he used to because he used to be the star of the videos, but he still likes to control. See? Come here. Come on, you here. Let them see you. See, I told you he was coming. Hi, Papas. Nah, he's okay. And see, everyone has to be, you better not bite me. He looks like Brooklyn, but sometimes he get the spirit of Ike Turner. But I gotta let him know Tina was the one that won that battle. What was I talking? See, the boy takes me off track because he's so handsome. And he smells so good. You look like your father. Yes, you look just like your father. Work with me, work with me. You look like your daddy. He was a handsome man. He kind of looked like the Billy D. William McCats. Yes, he did. He looked like a Billy D. William McCats. He was so handsome. He was so handsome just like you. I don't know why I talk to him like a baby. I mean, because he is my baby, but that's a mother and her child. See what I tell you? I don't have... Now, mind you, this is the first... Well, we're going to go everywhere on this video. This last 3 years is as long as I have ever been single in my adult life. Now, in between breakups growing up, I always took that time for myself. That's one thing. I've never been a serial dater. I've always taken the time in between relationships to heal, to process, to do this, and to enjoy myself because you lose... Well, I did... would lose so much in a relationship, time, effort, because I always gave it my all. I always gave it my all. But after that almost 11-year relationship and rebuilding, I knew that I needed that time for myself. I said, oh, I needed to enjoy being home alone, being in a home alone. Not having anyone or anything dependent on me. Anyone coming through the door that I didn't want to enter that door. not having people under the roof that I didn't want to have under the roof. You know, it was a list of things that we go through in relationships, and I needed solitude. I needed solitude. I needed healing. I needed unboxing. I needed to dig up things that were buried for decades, because I got to the point where my back was against the wall, and I was like, you know what? It's either now or never. I have to change. When you get sick and tired, you're gonna change something. And I was at the place where I got tired of being in a loop. I said, yo, I'm right here, I'm this, I'm that. Either I could go left or I could go right. Going left means we're gonna hit the streets, we're gonna hit it hard, we're gonna do some reckless stuff because we don't care. Or we're gonna go right, we're gonna get it right because I got a daughter that's dependent on me. And outside of her, I got me that's dependent on me. Sony is dependent on Sony. Because if Sony don't do what Sony has to do for Sony, it's a wrap. JC can only do but so much. I have to be the one that start the ball rolling. He's gonna pick it up. You get it? Basketball. I gotta, and I'm gonna hand it over to him. He's gonna dunk it. So at the end of the day, that's what I was at. I was like, you know, because I was fighting for my life. It takes me back to the old R. Kelly video. I'm fighting for my life. I don't know about his situation, but I was fighting for my life, man. I didn't have no people that I was doing, you know, some stuff to. I was the one that was hurt and was going through. And I said, Sony, we got to go to God in a different way. We got to go to this, we got to go to that. Because the illusion was off. Like the rose-colored glasses was off. I actually got to see people for who they was, the nastiness of this. I could no longer make excuses for rotten behavior. And I got to the point where these are grown people. I'm not responsible for anything walking on this earth outside of me. Everything else that's attached to me will be okay whether I'm here or not. And that's just the reality of it. Today, the world is not going to stop spinning. The sun's not going to stop shining. The moon's not going to be bright. It's not, nothing will change. From the day that I leave here to whenever, the world will continuously be the same. Now, there will be some people that's heartbroken. And that's going to only be for a little while because eventually they're going to have to move on as well. No one will jump in a casket with me. Well, I'm going to be cremated. Don't throw me in no box. But no one will say, I can't take it no more. No one. And that's the way it's going to be for all of us. The world keeps going. We're not that special. We're here to do a mission. We are just vehicles of love trying to do other things. You could be vehicles of love, vehicles of hate, whatever. I'm a vehicle of love. And like a representation of Yeshua. You know, I'm gonna stop because I was about to start singing. But yeah, at the end of the day, nothing will change, so I had to change it. I had to take my destiny in my hands. I couldn't wait for something in the sky that I was going to believe in saying, oh, okay. No, you got to put in the work. You got to do the footwork. You have to do this. And I said, hey, when the ancestors called me, I said, I understand it. I understand it. I'm coming home. We're going to do some amazing things, baby. But I thank y'all for trusting me enough with this knowledge, this wisdom, and this love, and this care, and this protection. Because they scoop me up like a mother takes their child and say, I got you. A real mama, not you wenches that's out here now that's just spitting babies out. But mamas, like big mamas, them grandmamas that knew that their daughters wasn't worth nothing or their sons wasn't worth nothing, they said, bring me my child. And they raised them babies like them babies came from them, because them babies did come from them. That's how my ancestors and my spirit team, they picked me up and they made sure I was okay, and I'm grateful. Because before that, it was a wrap, yo. When people that you've known for a decade and longer, you no longer have communication with, you no longer do this, you no longer do that. That's why I never put faith in people. You give it to God, you go with God, you know that it's going to be okay. when people trying to do hoodoo, voodoo, and all this other stuff to keep people away from you, to do this, to do that, so you could be at the end of your rope, they don't understand who I am. I keep telling you, I am God's favorite daughter. I don't say it because it's a cute tagline and I think that I'm special. No, I'm God's favorite daughter, and he has shown me over and over and over again. I know who I am in the physical. I know who I am in the spiritual. I know the people that I come from. I know the power that they possess, and I know what my mission is here in life. Like, I'm not deluded. I tried to push it away because I didn't want to have to do it. I didn't want to have to go through this. You can't walk away from it. Well, you can if you're weak. I wasn't going to walk away from my destiny. I said, hey, I've been battling demons my entire life. Now, let's keep going on, because at the end of the day, I keep telling you, I got my family on my back. We're going to make it to a different place and opening the door for these babies to come in, and they won't have to start where we started from. We began, and we're going to throw them the assist where they could take it to the rest of the way. You feel me? So for me, that's what my life is about. I done had baddies. I done been bad. You know, I done did some things that I shouldn't have done. I done did some things that I should have done. That's just a part of life, but everything taught me what I want, what I shouldn't. You know, it was a learning lesson. But at the end of the day, I don't regret anything that I've done. I don't regret any person. I could say, you know, yeah, I wish certain things was different. A couple of people I could have skipped over. I ain't gonna lie, but I know it was a bigger picture. It was a bigger picture. It is a couple of people I wish I could have just skipped over, but I still wouldn't be the Sony that I am today, because in all of those lessons, I learned a lot of lessons, you know. So at the end of the day, baby, these lessons, they're here to teach us, to help us grow, but baby, sometimes you gotta eat it. Sometimes you gotta take that. What appears to be an L is actually a W. Sometimes what appears to be an L is actually a win for you, because God knows the heart of people. Excuse me. We don't. And God is so cold with it. I had a person that came in and tried to cloak themselves as an old lover and a this and a that, but I didn't know that she was an op and always didn't like me and this, and I don't know how you could be with a person that you don't like. That's an insanity. And she came in trying to finesse and trying to do this, and I gave her a couple of trinkets, a couple of this, a couple of that. I said, I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. And God was showing me like, hey, but I'm hard-headed, and I got to see, while they thought they was getting over on me, they were digging their own grave. And what people don't understand is, and I told them before, you could try to finesse a couple. It's like if you meet somebody and you finesse them, you got a gig that's going on, and you going to finesse them and you get 5 G's. Now for you, you think this the come up. Oh, I got 5 G's, I ain't never going to see them, yeah. But what you don't understand is, if you would have put all your cards on the table and been open and honest, you didn't realize that person was a millionaire, and they could have just gave you everything that you wanted and changed the trajectory of your life and your family's life forever. But you played yourself for $5,000. That's not here anymore. You sold your soul for $5,000. So that's how cold God is with it. He will use your enemy's behavior to wake you up, to show you the underhandedness, to get rid of them. So in reality, I paid somebody to get out of my life. I paid them to show me who they really was. And that's cold with it when you sit back and you got to think about it. Because no matter what, you could resurrect Shakespeare from the grave and ask him, can you give me a script so I can get back in this person's life? Shakespeare can't even go. You can go to Jesus and say, Jesus, please tell me what to do so that I can get back in their life. Christ can't even give it to you, because there's nothing. If I saw you on the side of the road, and y'all know how much I love the brothers and the sisters, I'm going to keep it moving. If they was on fire and I had the last cup of water in the world, I might sit right there and drink that cup of water because I'm not going to stand in the way of your karma. See, people don't understand. Karma's going to come back the way she's supposed to come back. And I say she because she's amazing. She's a beautiful, creative woman. And she knows how to rock that boat, baby. We stand in the way of karma so many times. Oh, I got to do that. No. They got to go through the same way that you did while you were sitting there crying and going through, and while somebody was trying to make you lose your mind. I keep telling you, it's a boomerang effect. What you put out has to come back, baby. So always let it be flowers of positivity. Plant seeds of flower positivity, because it's going to come back. The choice is yours. What's going to hit you? The choice is yours. What is going to hit you? Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be negative? But either way, baby, it's going to come back. It's going to come back and knock on your door the same way your children go into the world and come back home on a holiday. How they come, you don't know. Some going to come addicted to Some going to come and they going to make you proud because they went into the world, they became something, and they carrying the family name. But some of them, you're going to be like, my God. Really? You couldn't have cleaned yourself up as a holiday. You know your grandmama going to be here. We don't know how they going to show up. That's karma. She's beautiful. So you can control it, what you put out. When you call here and you calling about somebody's business, it's a wrap. I don't want to hear it. Get off my phone. And I've always been like that. You're not going to put me in the mix of your bullcrap. I don't get off on hearing anything negative, sad, or heartbreaking about anyone else, whether I like you or not. Because there's a lot of people I don't like. And they probably don't like me. And I'm okay with it because I don't need other people to like me. I'm okay with that. So at the end of the day, you are responsible for everything that happens in and around you because you control it. Y'all can't take this truth right here. And I'm not an angel. Let's get that together. But I just have a strict moral code about what I will allow around me and what I won't. I know I'm magnificent. I know the power that's within me. I know the power that's within you. You can change the trajectory of your life and everyone's life around you. First, you have to change your mind, the way that you see everything. Stop looking at it as, oh, I'm a victim, and this happened to me, and woe is me. And those people I can't stand, and you will not be in my atmosphere. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I was raised by a negative person, and it turned me off. Oh, I couldn't stand it. Woe is me. Oh, just nasty for no reason. Just nasty for no reason. And I had to deal with it as a child. But in my adult life, and when I made friends, I immediately cut people off that was like that. Because I couldn't pick and choose my blood relations, but I could pick and choose my friends. So that's why I tell you, we're not victims. We are not victims. What happens in your life is because you allowed it to happen. Unless you've been against your will, it's a wrap. I hope y'all take this walk with me, where our lives are so much better next year than it is, not even next year, in the next couple of months. Tomorrow, because all you have to do is change your thinking. Life will never be perfect. Life is life. Life is a learning lesson. We go through different things to build us up. Character building. Strengthen us. A lot of people don't want to struggle. No one wants to struggle. But you got to struggle. This generation wants the riches. They want to wake up and get a participation trophy because they woke up. They want to become millionaires because they woke up. No one wants to have to put in the hard work and plant the seeds of positivity, of love, of help. No one, it's very few people. I take this, we got a family One person in the family is brilliant. Said, I'm coming up with this idea, but I need 5 of y'all to work with me. Now, we're going to live together in this house for 2 years. And I need y'all to help me put this business together. Now, within this 2 years, I might not be able to pay you a lot, but I could cover your food, your rent, and your things like this. And I'm going to make sure that, your cars, little things like that. But you won't have a lot. And I need you to help me for 2 years. After that 2 years, but during this time, I'm going to give you a stake in the company. We're not going to see returns for a while. But at the end, you will be business owners. You're going to have a good amount of money for you and your families. And we're going to take this and we're going to do this and we're going to do this together as a family. Out of those 5 people, maybe two will agree to the terms and do the work without complaining. But the other 3, they're going to complain because they can't fake flex and go to the club and throw this and throw that and do this and do that. Now, mind you, when they working for the man, they ain't never gonna complain about their paychecks and when they getting paid and how they getting paid. But you, their blood sibling, they can't give you 2 years of hard work to build something for family. But they could go somewhere, break the law, and give the man free labor and prison for 5 years and come out and think that they're a scholar. You got to change your thinking. Sometimes we have to sacrifice for a greater good. I could go somewhere and volunteer. Normally I didn't say get paid a law. I could go somewhere and volunteer if the cause is worth what I believe it is in the long run. If there's a collective effort and we have the one mind, one thought, one sound. I'm gonna have to watch Drumline later, but you get it? It's not all about this just paper that you could tear up. I mean, it has no meaning. We get everything meaning. We give everything meaning. Don't y'all understand it? It's you. You. I make everything around me perfect because it's about me. I notice in my videos, when I'm speaking, because in the morning, I don't like getting on camera. The videos that I show me and I interact with you, a visual of me, gets more traction than my videos that I'm just talking. And the ones that I'm not speaking first thing in the morning, I feel like I am Aristotle. I'm breaking some things down. But you have to realize you are the brand. You are the magic. You are the star. So whatever it is that you're pushing, you have to believe in you before anybody else believes in you. And allow God to bring in that tribe. Because yes, baby, it's a tribe. And the tribe more than likely will not be anything that's connected to you DNA-wise. These may be other people of different walks, different likes, but y'all have the same mindset, the same beliefs, the same goals. And they will be willing to put in the work as you are willing to put in the work for something greater that you all believe in. That eventually will benefit all of you and humanity as a whole, because that's what it's all about. For me, when I say I'm creating generational wealth, I'm not just talking, I'm talking about the mindset. I'm talking about getting from A, B to C, where the babies can come in and automatically know this is what we have to do. This is what my family is about. And if you're not aligned with me, I can't rock with you because I'm not going to jeopardize my lineage. It's bigger than this. It's about the collective. So that's my goal. My Neite, my intention. I set forth my Neite every morning when I wake up. God, da. And I pray that you do the same. But I'm passionate, I'm loving, and I'm kind. And I'm not going to lie. If you ever hear anybody who has something negative to say about me, and they don't know me personally, you got an issue. There's something wrong with you, because that's insanity. And if they do know me personally, I should say knew me personally, you're the problem, because I've never been a problem. I'm the finisher. Because whatever somebody start, oh baby, I'm a good finisher. I'm a great closer. So if it's not about the collective, the family, the union, bringing forth something that's greater than anything we have ever done before, because I've always tried to do everything on my own, and God had to show me you can't do everything on your own. What you want to do, you can't do everything on your own. But I'm going to show you and bring you people that's going to help you, and you're going to help them, because it's equal give and take, reciprocity, equal give and take. So, because I always tried to build with snakes. I didn't know they were snakes, but they were snakes. And God's not going to bless where there's curses. God is not going to bless where there are curses, whether you can see it or not. You always try to do something, you wonder, why is this not working out? Because you're trying to build with the wrong people. I would have been building with people who would have sat back, let me do the hard work, do this, do that, had them on my board of directors. And these are the same people that would have tried to take my intellectual property from me. Y'all don't understand when I tell you, you have to be careful about who. Business and marriage is the same thing. In fact, business is more important than marriage, because marriages can end. I mean, you can always get rid of them and get another one. This, it's the truth. We grown. How many people been divorced? How many people don't have ex-lovers or ex-lovers? It is what it is. But business, if you want to have a successful business, you better go into it with all eyes open and understand who you're getting in business with. You better do the research. You better get to know them. You better get to know other people. It's an extensive thing that you have to do, because at the end of the day, this is everything. Especially if you're the brains behind the operation, or one of the brains behind the operation. As once your board of directors turn on you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's why on every board of directors, if you got sense, you're going to have people that you trust. Family that you can trust, but they start flipping after a while. Money changes people. So you know who you put in place and why you put them in place. But the most important thing, you go to God in prayer. Like, I don't do anything outside of His will now. Before I try to do this and try to do that, now I go in prayer. God, what about this? God, what about that? Show me this, show me that, that. Because when Sony tried to do it on her own, it was bound to be messed up, because I was trying to do it on my own. I need direction. I told you, we're going to be all over the place, but if you get it, you get it. If you get it, you get it. We're not playing out here in these streets. At least for me. I stopped playing hopscotch when I was a little girl in Brooklyn with pigtails. That's been decades ago. I don't play. I'm serious about everything that I do. This last stretch of this human existence with this avatar right here that we call a body, this hologram, it's about doing some real things, baby. And another thing, I was sitting down thinking, I was like, you know what? Because I mentioned it before in the video. A lot of the women that I dated in my life, I was the first same-sex relationship they was ever in, and they always told me, it wasn't like I went out looking. It was you. It was something about you. And coming to spirit, I had to realize, yes, it's spirit. We connect. Spirits connect to spirit. We are so used to the 3D, the world, and trying to put boxes and labels, and you this, and you buy, and you this, and you know. We are spirits having a human experience, but it's the spirit that's connecting. So when you do have friends and family that have never dated a certain situation, because it's all different. I ain't got time for, him, she, them, they, it's a lot. We keep going in different boxes and we throw this, but just acknowledge it from one person loving another person. Spirit having a spiritual experience with another person. And if you're not asked to entertain, to come into that room, it shouldn't be none of your business anyway. You shouldn't even be worried about what somebody else is doing. I mean, the closest people to me, they could be with anybody as long as they're of age. It doesn't bother me as long as they're happy and it's not an abusive situation. God bless you. I wish you nothing but the best. Because God had to show me. It's not how you were taught. Femme and mask and that. Nah. It's about these spiritual relationships that we have. We see the physical, but it's spiritual. And the spirit will identify another spirit, and that's how you're going to be connected. You have some people here, like I told you, I had a download before, and they told me to tell somebody who was thinking about having a reassignment surgery not to have that assignment, because they came here still in the opposite body of what they was in their last lifetime. And they still came here. We're gonna say that she was born a cisgender chick in this reality right here. But a lifetime ago, she was a brother. And she still came here like that, with those feelings that was going to. And they was like, no, for this walk, we need you to be in this avatar, in this body, in this hologram. Even though you still have feelings from before, because it's for this certain mission. So, I've learned a lot during this time, and we got to stop putting labels and boxes and being judgmental and pointing our fingers, because it's bigger than anything you would ever know. God is perfect in knowing and doing. He has never made a mistake and never will make a mistake. Trust the process. Allow God to be God, and sit back and just be the creation and walk in the light that you're supposed to walk in. But stop trying to control stuff. And I minister to myself because I always try to control everything in my life. Why? Because in my childhood, I didn't have control. So in my adult life, I tried to control everything. And when you try to control everything, you're not being you. You're not being authentically you. You're not being free to express and to be creative. And you're not allowing everything else and everyone else in your life to be authentically themselves either, because you're controlling it. And what did I do? I went and got therapy. And if you're a controlling person out there right now, it's because of your insecurities, and you need to get therapy as well. I'm gone. These are some, I keep telling you, I'm going to keep hitting you with the truth. I'm going to slap you with the truth, baby. Peace and blessings, love and light. Ashe.